I think the biggest challenge to responding to climate change is convening conversations before we do any science about what matters to people and trying to develop, you won't get total agreement on the things that are important about the effects of climate change, but to get some more agreement than we have now in most places about what matters, what are a good set of potential options that might be able to affect those things that matter, and then do the science that we need to basically evaluate those different alternatives. A lot of times when scientists talk, they use words that sound like jargon. And so we need to figure out how can we communicate effectively, but also to have it be two-way communication. So it's not just the scientist talking to the person that's a member of the public, but it's also asking questions and listening and being sensitive and having good antenna to understand what really is important to this person. When they look at this area that we're studying, what matters to them about the neighborhood, or what do they see there? So we at the front end we need participatory understanding, and that should be based on research. And then at the back end, we need to evaluate how well we did in terms of understanding the things that matter to people. I think that the best way to communicate science is not to wait until you have a project that you want to communicate. The best way really to communicate science is to talk to people before you do the science and figure out, in terms of a decision, say, that they need to make, where they need to use science, what matters to them and why does that matter to them? And then, given what matters to them, what are some of the different policy options that might be able to result in accomplishing those things that matter to them? And then do science that lets you figure out the impact of all these different policies on the things that they said matter to them. If you don't do that, you have the risk of coming up with a great answer, to a question that wasn't asked, or a great answer that doesn't have anything to do with the things that matter to people.